So we've got the varsity heavyweight 8 EARC championship on the course, and these Princeton guys and Syracuse guys, these orange shirts, have gone at it hard right from the start.
They're all 45 or 46.
Everybody's at 45 or 46. Nobody's giving an inch. And in the middle of the pack, Harvard is staying high and hard, and they have nudged in front of Princeton and Syracuse.
36.
They have about a seat on Syracuse and Princeton. They're still at 46. It's only
36.
then.
36.
It's only then another seat back to Navy, and it looks to me like Brown over in lane 2 has charged up. Brown has come up level with Princeton, about a seat behind Harvard, and it's Wisconsin 3 seats back over in lane 1. They have 1 seat on Navy. It is Harvard now at 36. They've got a deck. They've got a deck on Princeton and Brown. Princeton and Brown have a couple of seats on Syracuse. Syracuse has a seat on Wisconsin, and Wisconsin has a seat on Navy. Harvard breaks the 500-meter plane, a deck length ahead of Brown, with Princeton a seat back. Well, Fred, the last race was terrific. This race looks like it's going to be just as juicy.
Absolutely. The Brown is trying not to let Harvard get too much in the first 1,000 meters here, and it's just 3 seats. Wisconsin, really unknown coming into today, is hanging right in there with Brown, just about half a length back of them.
I think Wisconsin's actually taken over 3rd place from Princeton. They're now about a seat ahead of the Tigers. Navy and Syracuse still hanging around. They are 2 seats behind Princeton. Brown making a move. Brown has jumped that stroke rate up. They're now 1 seat down on Harvard. Harvard 1 seat ahead of Brown at about 750 meters. Now Harvard responds. Harvard takes a move. That's 2 seats again. Now it's 3 seats. So it's Harvard by 3 seats over Brown. Brown now 3/4 of a length ahead of Wisconsin. Just behind Wisconsin is Princeton. Barely behind Princeton is Navy. And hardly at all behind Navy is Syracuse. It's Harvard with 1/3 of a length as we approach the 1,000-meter mark. Harvard with 1/3 of the length over Princeton, and they're through the 1,000. Looks like Harvard and Brown pulling away from Wisconsin and Princeton.
Well, you're right, Bob. Brown is trying to put a little move in here right now, and they have come back up. I think they probably bumped it to 38 or so. I think Harvard went first just before the 1,000, and now Brown's taking a push. It's only a couple seats between them.
Brown's at 39.
Very exciting racing. Brown's at 39, trying to come back, and they're only 2 seats down on Harvard.
Harvard 37.
They're open water ahead of Wisconsin and Princeton. Wow, what a race. Harvard just looks a little bit longer, a little bit more ratio inboard.
Wisco 34.
Wisco 34, open water back. Princeton in 4th, Navy in 5th, Syracuse in 6th.
Harvard 37.
Harvard 37. Let's see, it's a gut check here, a gut check for sure. Can Brown just hang with Harvard and throw something at them in the last 400 meters?
Well, with 6:50 to go, Brown is still at 38, and it's about a 2 to 3 seat margin there behind Harvard. I think these crews are going to show us a lot of speed here. This is pretty impressive speed. We've got half a length of open between 1st and 2nd.
There's nothing separating them.
And a great fight for
Brown has come up again. The time is 4:24 to the 1,500. Brown is only a seat and a half down on Harvard. That cool customer of the Harvard stroke is looking over,
Harvard 38.
talking to his coach, his coxswain. Harvard's come up to 38 now.
Brown 39.
Brown at 39. Those 2 have left the field as expected. Brown is now
40 and a half.
40 and a half. 40 and a half. Harvard and Brown. It's going to be a fight to the wire.
Both at 40 and a half.
Both at 40 and a half. 1 seat. Harvard 1 seat advantage over Brown. Then it's Wisconsin, Princeton, Syracuse and Navy. Just like the race down in Providence, Harvard and Brown duking it out.
Harvard 43.
Woo! Harvard 43. Brown right beside him. Brown 42. Who wants it? Who wants it, as they say? We haven't seen a varsity finish this close in a long time.
Fred, I think Brown's nudged in front.
But Brown has a Resolute and Harvard has an Empacher. I'm not sure they're ahead.
That's right, the Coxons don't have to line up for the bow balls.
It's too close to call. Brown could win it, but it's too close to call from the launch. Oh my God. Unbelievable finish. Brown Coxon raises her hand in victory.
3 lengths over Wisconsin. Oh my God.
What a race. They emptied the tank. Emptied the tank.
Yeah, talk about emptying. That took it to the more fun.
Slava!
I'm ready. I don't think this is going to be.
White man!
Hey, whoa, whoa.